social class, we are dealing with the history chapter, you all know. So we are seeing about the socialism that is prevailing. We saw about the different aspect, like people wanted to have a cooperative aspect, communal aspect that has to be brought in the society. And today we are going to see about the support for the socialism. So it is 1.4 module. We are going to see about the support, how much support is being given. So what are the support that is being given from different social groups, different nations and the world level, how it was. And if you look into your book, you can find by 1870 these supporters started giving lot of importance for the socialist ideas. So the socialism idea started spreading from the year of 1870 onwards in the European countries. To coordinate their effort further, the socialists formed an formation of an international body. So they started having or organizing their own international bodies. So these international bodies help them to understand or even help them to spread their own ideas. So namely you can find it is called as the second intelligent, or it is being called as second international organization. Okay, so this second international organization was been supporting the social workers as well as the common workers of the factories. So those days we saw industrialization was becoming a major aspect. So there you can find the workers were being highly exploited by the individuals. Even the individuals belong to the liberal groups as well as the radicals. Yes, we saw in the previous class. Do you all remember, my dear students? Yes, you might be remembering. So those people started having their own organization which is known as the national organization, or it can be said as an international body. Okay, and the second international organization which has been started for the working condition, to improve the working condition of the workers. So the workers in England, Germany began to form their own association, and they fought, or they were been fighting for the betterment of their own lives. Okay, so they wanted to have their own betterment in their lives. So this betterment of life, how they can get? Only when they form organizations. So when they are putting forth their own demands, there you can find their improvement that happened. So this was being set up. So this setup was being largely encouraged, and you can find they set up and even a fund for these people who are fighting against the betterment of their life. That is for helping the members at the time where during the time they might be in distress or they might be in demand. Distress means like not having a peaceful life at all. So to help those kind of people, they started having funds of their own, and they even reduced the working of the hours. Working hours means might be the people would have worked from morning 8 to evening 8, that means the night 8, but now they might have reduced the timing of working from 9 to 6. So it might have been done by them for the welfare of the workers, and similarly they even gave them the right to vote. So the workers are being provided with the right to vote. And in Germany what happened is that the association workers, they worked close with the SPD, that is Social Democratic Party. So they were being continuously working along with them in order to help the workers. So helping this organization even helped them to have a parliamentary seat. So it supported them to get a parliamentary seat in the parliament where they can raise their own voice against the capitalist, that is the industrialist, and demand for their own rights, and how they can explain to the parliament that the workers are being highly exploited without providing proper sanitation, without providing proper housings. So that can be said only when it is coming to the legal aspects. Okay, so that helped them, that is SPD helped the common people to have a seat in the parliament also, and this happened. by 1905 you can find the socialists and the traders, trade unions, no, they formed. These trade unions started supporting the labours, so it formed a Labour Party in Britain, as well as they had a Socialist Party in France. So each and every place, as you can find, England has its own organization, Germany has its own organization, then you can find France has its own organization, Britain has its own organization for the welfare of the workers. And till 1914 you can find the socialists never succeeded in the formation of the government. They were not able to get support and they were not able to form a government of their own. But in Europe you can find that still they were been struggling. So representing to a stronger extent of fight in the parliament and the policies, the idea did shape the legislative. So when they were been continuously fighting, you can find that they were able to get some kind of support. But the government continues to be run by the conservative. They got few kind of support, but the support which they got or the benefit which they got was not full-fledged. And the government was also run by the conservatives. Conservatives means one who really want to safeguard his own monarchical form of government, his own dictatorship form of government. Okay, so when that is happening, you can find that the peoples are not happy. So what happened is that they broke out a fight where you can find a common picture which is being given, where you can find they started fighting among themselves. And an activity is there, my dear students, which I want you to do. It is an activity. It wants you to imagine as a person who is having a discussion in the social ideas, about social ideas, and you are being supposed to have an introduction of your own and start a speech, whether you are a poor labor worker in a field or a medium labor landowner or an house owner. So if you are a person who you want to be, and you can take up the role of him and write a speech and send it. That is what is the homework today, my dear students. So do this as a homework and go through this content. So history is really hard, I can understand. With the direct interaction, it will be really hard for us to understand, but no other go. We have to go on with this. And if you have any doubts, just go through the book and find out the meanings of different hard words. You yourself will understand. And if you still find it difficult, you can make a call to my number. Okay, my dear students, so continue learning, read history. History has to be read by you all, otherwise it is not possible for us to understand. Okay, next class will continue, my dear students. Thank you.